Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today not a 1 versus 1 on Langer. Yes, indeed, we shall be having a 1 versus 1 on Semois, in the darkness of Semois. We shall be seeing the Americans starting out with Freedom and Liberty, fighting for the Americans with a 4-engineer start. He is fighting for the 4th Infantry Division. Going up against him shall be Zeroshift of the 2nd Panzer Division, the 1st Panzer Division to actually really arrive in the American sector. Before that, it had been practically only infantry and 1 Panzer Division, the 17th SS. But we are seeing a pretty aggressive start from Freed0m. Starting out with 4 engineers. Of course, he's hoping to seize as much territory as possible, and then of course afterwards being able to follow up on that either with a lot of flamethrowers, mines, or just something else. So that is pretty vicious. Zeroshift, on the other hand, is taking a more casual approach, or will be more regular approach, conservative. Only 2 pioneers, and then the Wehrmacht quarters. Flung is up as the 1st unit. Erstes Infanterie. Points being taken. Barracks going up there with the 4th engineer. Not entirely sure what's going on here. My apologies if something seems off. Points are being secured left and right, going for the fuel point, going for the munitions. And could be that Freed0m is either going for some BARs or a early motor pool, since of course he is focusing heavily on the fuel. There we go, 1st Rifleman Squad on the way, already gaining quite a bit of territory in comparison to Zeroshift. Although these other engineers probably will be running into a bit of issue as Volksgunners are moving in that direction as well. Not uncommon to see a Wehrmacht player not directly just go into the town, but actually swing down south here where things are a bit more open, where riflemen can't quite sneak up on them. And of course thus also secure these areas, and thus of course secure the high munitions. So in that sense again, not uncommon to see a Wehrmacht player first secure this area before then swinging into town. And again, not uncommon to see an American player, but again, some players will go into town, others will, more carefully sort of secure it before it and then heading into town. And of course it can have its advantage, in particular if the other player has rushed in here, then being able to hit from here and here can give you a small advantage again whoever's in town. But we are seeing the engineers, they do manage to secure the fuel point, but they are going to get run off by the Volksgrenadiers. Riflemen moving in, engineers are going down, taking heavy losses. Points being secured. Pioneer Squad moving in. MG42, schweres MG42. Points being secured up there. And already, note, Freed0m is already holding pretty much most of the map, if not already more than half of it. Of course, engineers right here running into quite a bit of an issue, and MG42 quickly stops them in their tracks. Forging in the way, and there we go. Right now trying to flank about. We are also seeing him going straight for the fuel point, and it's, yes, some players do tend to wire this off, some others don't, because yes, engineers are just going to move in and cut that wire. So some of them are known to just ignore it. MG42 getting pushed off by the riflemen. Center already lost to Zeroshift. Quite tragically, Volksgunners are moving in to try and contain it. Riflemen here, though, are heavily wounded. Heavily. And there we go, fuel point has been denied to Zeroshift, and again Freed0m is really exercising some freedom against the Wehrmacht, who is having a much more difficult time into this because it's constantly having to react to what Freed0m is doing. And I suspect we might already, yes indeed, be seeing a flamethrower, since he's got plenty of ammunition. Of course he can also more quickly upgrade towards flamethrowers, although getting some early mines down would also be a suggestion. Fighting in the town center, flamethrowers sneaking in from the north. Pioneers holding up near the house. Volksgunners pulling back. MG42 going up, and we are seeing Pioneers going in for the fuel point. Also note, lots of wire here to cover the flanks. Of course not indefinitely, but will slowly and temporarily stop the enemy. Another MG42 moving up. Still not a lot of infantry. Wait, there we go. 2nd infantry squad from Zeroshift has been busy trying to rewire that area. Americans are still holding most of the map, and we are seeing a 3rd Rifleman Squad on the way. And already now he could consider getting a BAR upgrade, and he is getting the BAR, the Browning automatic rifle a World War I era weapon, although it only came about just in the last year of the war, and so didn't really see a huge deal of use. We are seeing Pontycourt, we are seeing the Wehrmacht setting up for an assault with lots of heavy machine gun support. That could work wonders. Do we see mines from Freed0m? He's certainly got munitions for it. No, he's actually getting additional flamethrowers. I do think that was a bit of a mistake. I mean, I think some mines right here really could have made it much more difficult for Zeroshift to advance into town. Of course, that's a thing that a lot of Americans do tend to forget. Wait, there's a mine, but still, you know, one here would also have done great, you know, in negative cover. But I mean, there's also the fact that it was a mistake also done by a lot of Americans in the war. Usually when they'd taken an area, they'd then, you know, pretty much just lay back and not really prepared for a counter-attack, which rather resulted in the Germans quickly taking it back. So in that sense, I suppose they are being historically accurate, but I don't think, you know, it's going to help them win any games. Mine going off there, forcing away the Falconers. We are seeing 3 MG42s out from Zeroshift. That's a much more static approach. Although, of course, he will be able to lay down an awful lot of fire against the Americans. Although we are, of course, seeing them sneak up right here. Flamethrower Pioneers. Medic station up for Freed0m. That's nice. Nothing doing its best to force away the MG42, and they succeed. Flamethrower Engineers also moving in. Medics moving in to pull out the wounded. Pioneers could be going down. MG42 setting up to try and hold that position. Engineers need to... Oh no, oh no, get out of there. And there we go, barely getting out there. Medics pulling in the wounded. Other forces getting reinforced. We are seeing light fighting here and there. Some engineers cutting the wire. Again, mines would be nice. He has plenty of munitions for mines. I do think, again, he really needs to sort of focus more on laying down mines. On the more flamethrowers, I suppose, can't hurt. Pioneers here are going to get one very toasty surprise. Kampfkraft Center going up. And we are seeing a bit of regrouping from Zeroshift. Tria sent up. That's definitely going to help the riflemen. And there we go, Pioneers were pushed back. Center is pretty open. We are seeing some riflemen holding out in the church, but that's about it. Engineers here are going to get gunned down, I fear. Yes, indeed. And again, and no mines really... Oh, sniper out for Zeroshift as well. And no mine here again to sort of cover that approach. I do feel that is a bit of a shame. And now the riflemen are finally abandoning the church, having said the Lord's Prayer, I suppose. MG42 setting up right here. Could be a problem. Definitely a rather more static approach by Zeroshift for now. We'll of course have to see how that one evolves. Troops, medics getting a snap, in fact. Not quite the day to be a medic. It looks like we might be seeing Freed0m going up with a supply art very soon. That's good. But also hit with all the manpower upkeep he's currently paying. Riflemen heading to the center, sneaking up in the north, might be going for the fuel point again. They're still holding most of the map though. Again, he's got lots of munitions which could be excellently invested into mines, and again make the approach for Zeroshift that much more difficult. But it seems like he's not quite thinking that. Tragically. Mines going down for Zeroshift instead to actually cover the MG42s. And their path's wire going off here. Riflemen getting stopped immediately. Other squads moving in from the north. Heavy fire being directed against them. Sniper fire. Engineers rushing in at the MG. Mine goes off. Oh dear. MG42 though looks like it's pulling back. Now the riflemen are taking heavy losses. The assault from Freed0m is faring pretty poorly. Kriegberg's up by the way. Bunker going up, probably going to a medic bunker. More mines there, more mines here, there, and everywhere. And this point again being harassed, thus once more denying Zeroshift his most vital fuel point. And again, as Wehrmacht on Semois, you should always pretty much expect this point to get harassed in some way or the other. Oh dear, medic station has been exposed. Let's return to Zeroshift. In fact, let's go look at him since we haven't looked at him, in fact. Quite a bit of fuel though being saved up, so it's not a complete disaster. Strangely enough, he's scanned the Kampfkraft Center, but he's yet to buy a single shred of veterancy. That strikes me as a bit peculiar. Pack 38 on the way. Fultoners with MP40 charging in against the engineers. And there we go, absolutely executed. They were trying to lay down mines though. Good move, just not retreating in time. It looks like this medic station will be going down. Looks like Freed0m, instead of trying to charge right into the den of the line, is going to try and... No, he's... What is he doing? Can't he make up his mind? Is he going to charge into the den of the line, or is he going to flank it, or is he going to do both? Looks like he's going to do both, sneaking in a smaller force to the flank while hitting up with a larger force towards the center, although he's already lost quite a few engineers, I fear. He's going to need some replacements soon.
Sniper ready to engage.
We'll be seeing more mines from Zeroshift. Yes, indeed. Excellent, excellent. And there we go, support veterans you one up. That's definitely going to be a good move with all those MG42s, since they will get a veteran accuracy bonus and some other fun things. I would recommend a mortar in this situation to, you know, bombard the MG42s, or perhaps lay down some smoke to then charge past them. Although I suspect he might just be getting an... Oh, we are seeing grenades up from him, in fact. Yep. Clearing out the MG42 in seconds. Vicious, vicious, vicious. I suppose we might be seeing a sniper soon, but grenades, absolutely great. That just cost Zeroshift one MG42.
Attention. The enemy advances.
That's definitely going to help, and we are seeing a breakthrough right here. Although he might want to sort of try and hit up the flank here quickly as possible. He seems not to care about that. Rifleman moving in. From the north as well, from the south. MG42s moving in to stop that advance.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
And quickly getting suppressed, taking losses. Rifleman up here getting sniped. In fact, taking some quick shots in rapid succession. And another goes down. 13 kills for this Wehrmacht sniper. Pioneer squad down for... Oh dear, he's down to only one squad of pioneers. Poor Zeroshift and his second Panzer Division. In the meanwhile, what's going on here? Troops being lost. We are seeing the Americans now. And he got the German sniper right away. Oh dear. That was quite lovely, and that's definitely going to cause a problem for Zeroshift, but looks like either Freed0m is just not being aggressive, or he's suspecting Zeroshift of having another sniper, which I do feel is a shame, because he could quickly be pushing back him. And we are now seeing some movement up here, trying to cut some wire, but there's two layers, although I would suggest just moving up here, perhaps trying to hit the rear, as we are now seeing, in fact, Zeroshift moving in an MG42 to react, to try and contain. It's now pulling back, heavy mortar fire, in fact, from the German. Vermin? No, that's not nice. Rifle getting reinforced, sniper getting ready as well. Point secured. Freed0m losing ground slowly. Medic bunker up, wounded being pulled in. MG42 setting up, and the rifle now going to be running straight into that. A bit too slow, I fear. And there we go, quickly suppressed. And wiring off this area, very sneaky. Zeroshift. Thus, of course, ensuring either he has to get some wire cutters off, of course, take a huge roundabout. These have no need to retreat. They're taking an absolute beating. And there we go. Fresh pioneers as well for Zeroshift. Sniper sniping away. Looks like another German sniper. MG42 cleared out. In fact, could be seized upon by Freed0m. That could definitely cause a headache for Zeroshift.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Grenadiers engaging the enemy. The location is held by the pioneers.
And an observation post right up here. He's probably going for something. And looks like... Oh, he lost his pioneer squad. 2 snipers up for Freed0m.
The enemy advances.
And the mortar keeps on firing in the hopes of catching some Americans. Looks like Zeroshift will be forced to regroup a bit. He's certainly taking some losses. He's lost several of his MG42, some pioneers, and a sniper. Bike coming up in an attempt to stop the German snipers, although these folks need to get out of there quickly, lest they become sniper fodder. And there we go, 2 more Volksgrenadiers down. This is not looking good, in particular since sniper kills tend not to be anything a medic can actually use, since they're fully dead, not just casualties. Except someone actually managed to survive getting shot by a sniper, but he's apparently too far away for the medics to react. Sniper and bike moving in. Oh, and the German sniper. Oh, that was just terrible. Zeroshift sniper absolutely missed that one, and the bike following up is running into the rifleman. Now it's just a matter for Freed0m to really follow up on that, since that pretty much means the center is largely undefended. And of course those snipers will quickly clear out anything. So of course question is, will Freed0m quickly follow up, or will he just sort of do it more casually? Mortar pulling back, that's a good move in fact.
Losing a sector.
Coming under fire from the church though. Volker's moving up, getting a bit close and getting a bit toasted. Looks like Freed0m is gaining map control back. Assault phase has been reached, mortar firing. Rifle moving up, a grenade would be great, a grenade. There we go, sniper fire as well. Volker's getting pushed back, taking some nasty losses. MG caught out in the middle of the road. And we aren't seeing back, we're seeing pioneers, we're not seeing any infantry, we are seeing Volksgrenadiers now moving in. And artillery getting called in, all the MG42 and the mortar. And the mortar got absolutely vaporized, blowing apart most of the cafes outdoors. Stuff as well. That was quite unfortunate. Bike once more going for the snipers. The snipers once more escaped. One even got better into one. But with 2 snipers dead, I'd say they have earned themselves in already. Anything beyond this is pretty much just plus. Goliath running into town as well.
The enemy has 300 points.
And a Panzer command going up. Zeroshift now relying of course on the more armored assets of the 2nd Panzer Division. American MG42 pulling up.
Losing a sector.
Seizing the central town. MP40 Volksgrenadiers. Oh my, Goliath gets an entire rifle squad of Freed0ms. That's not good. Volksgrenadiers getting pushed back. And the snipers just keep on killing. MG42 setting up. Volksgrenadiers setting up. Not sure why they're running in front of the artillery. They're just doing it to call in artillery, although they are taking losses still on the MG42. And a mine goes off as well. They're not really killing a lot. It does make it easier to advance, and of course exposes the medic bunker if Freed0m, I mean, should be so inclined to actually deal with it. Not sure what this MG42 is doing. Oh, there we go, taking a point. And Panzer Command almost done. Another Goliath on the way.
We are ready to close with the enemy.
Infantry has been chosen. I'm guessing a tank depot up for Freed0m. It's now moving about, taking points there as well. And again, Zeroshift is losing territory. Another Goliath moving in. Snipers moving westwards. Must admit that one eludes me as to why. Goliath rolling into town and stopping just short right there. Hiding by the cafe. MG42 runs into the church. Rifleman laying down a mine, that's nice, but they are caught and need to retreat in fact. And no, he's in fact going for Ritterkreuz first. Some Knight's Cross, that should be interesting. And these riflemen need to get the devil out of there. No more snipers though for Zeroshift. And sadly, he hasn't really gotten much use out of his medic bank, although again, I do think the American commander could have done with another medic station, perhaps.
We are ready.
Of course, that's just me, and there we go. Volkswagen's moving in to an assault, flamethrowers, and sniper fire, clearly clearing out, quickly clearing out several, killing another one, Veterans 1. MG42, fire, and the Knights cross charge in themselves, coming under fire, quickly getting suppressed. And a grenade! Oh! 2 Knights cross already dead without really doing much damage. Zeroshift's advance is not faring too well, although we are seeing a Panzer 4 on the way. Will we even be seeing Veterans 1 for it? That would be smashing. Troops getting reinforced again. More mines, but again, Freed0m could be doing with more mines here. Perhaps some barbed wire or some tank traps of his own. And in fact, it's time to return to Freed0m. Again, going for the fuel point right here, which now has an observation post, of course. Sherman on the way. That's great. Might also want to upgun it when possible. And we also have got a supplied upgrade. That's great as well. I just need some medic station, I would say. Almost done with the observation post, but we are seeing the Razor quite moving in. Assault rifles firing. And going to clear out those riflemen in short order. Yes, indeed, not really a good situation.
Forces are taking casualties.
But there we go, the first Panzer Force arrived, and it is already Veterans 1. That's great. Excellent. Sherman arriving, 50 caliber on the way. And a mine killing several right there. Freed0m is running into several problems with the mines, and he's not really getting down a lot of his own. MG42 there doing a lot of damage. MG42 gunner sniped. And another sniped, forcing a retreat while troops are moving into the north. A small assault group, heavily equipped with assault rifles and MP40s. Should tear up anyone on the assault. Sherman moving in. Oh, hits a mine! Again, Zeroshift's mining has been quite extensive. Riflemen taking losses, do manage to get off a sticky bomb on the Panzerkampfwagen 4. And engineers are being rushed in to repair the Sherman tank. Not really the best start to an armored advance. Volkswagen once again getting sniped.
One shot, one kill.
And another small move in here towards the west, but they're going to run into riflemen who could be getting off a grenade, which could do a lot of damage. And there we go. Volkswagen are pulling back, but oh dear, 2 men down. Interestingly enough, it doesn't look like he's actually managed to get a lot of veterans. Most of his troops who had probably got knocked out by some manner of thing. MG gunner taking losses. He needs to retreat. He can't deal with a Panzer 4, man. Get out of there. He's continuing to take losses. This is not good. Rifleman taking heavy losses in front of Rifleman, and he lost the MG42. That was absolutely disgraceful. No point in having that MG42 gunner remain in the church while under fire from a Panzer 4. Absolutely reckless, in fact. Tank destroyer on the way, though that's going to be a nice thing to augment the Sherman with in dealing with tanks. Ritterkreuz still providing support. Volkswagen and Pioneers moving up as well. Medic bunker almost ready with some grenadiers, I suspect, and another bunker goes up. Oh! Knight's Cross hit the mine, but that bunker is probably going to be a machine gun bunker to defend the victory point with. And moving in against the observation post. Slightly aggressive move, but we are seeing a Panzer 4 nearby. Sherman, though, is getting out of there, and again, I would recommend perhaps an upgun for that. Tank destroyer has arrived. That Panzer IV is a bit vulnerable. Pack being moved northwards at the same time as the Panzer's moving away, the Sherman's moving away from there.
We have heavy infantry reserves.
Rangers could be good though. Get them some submachine guns, and their bazooka can really do some nice things. Looks like we are going to be seeing the assault into town. Remember to have the Sherman spearhead the assault so they can take the damage. It's better to taking damage than a tank destroyer. MG gunner getting sniped. Not looking good.
We got company. Enemy troops right up in there.
MG bunker stops the rifleman. Sherman moving in, coming under fire from the Panzer IV. No need to pull back, just let the tank destroyer do most of the work. Knights Cross doing what they can behind what remains of the cemetery, but they are taking some nasty damage. Oh, Goliath gets one of the snipers. But there we go, we did see the Panzer IV go down. Knights Cross get off a Panzer Faust. Second Panzer IV moves in. Tank destroyer will need to provide covering fire. Or need to knock out the Panzer IV. Panzer Faust, and we are seeing the pack moving in. Sherman is down. Sherman is kaput. The Yankee Panzer is no more. Will the tank destroyer be able to get the Panzer IV, or will it need to evacuate? Main gun destroyed, but it can't get it. Oh dear, and the anti-tank gun knocked it out. I think he called in artillery on the Knight's Cross. That's a bit of a waste, to be honest. But that was quite a nasty blow right there to Freed0m.
Italian reinforcements standing by.
Probably could have done a bit better in that fight, perhaps with some Rangers to support. We are seeing Volkskrone moving up and to the west. But Freed0m is definitely in a bit of trouble now. He's lost his strong position. He is moving in against that anti-tank gun. Though, and we are seeing another bunker going up for Zeroshift. Probably a repair bunker to help with that Panzer IV and any other Panzers. MG42 Knights Cross moving in. He is going to steal that pack, but I'm not entirely sure we'll be able to get it out of there. Looks like he might soon be getting an off-map combat group, and there we go. Rifleman needs to retreat. Grenade fizzles, and the anti-tank gun is cleared out. But an off-map combat group should be called in. Ooh, small assault right there in the south. Clearing out the Volkskrone there, causing heavy losses. Oh, looks like he just makes it out of there. Very lucky for Zeroshift. And we are seeing another tank destroyer, several riflemen, and a mortar. That's definitely going to help, thus bringing his infantry complement up to 5 squads, plus a mortar. Medics getting sorted out. Might be going for this cutoff point to deny munitions to Zeroshift and the 2nd Panzer Division. Knights Cross coming under heavy fire. And we are seeing a Tiger tank arriving from reserve. That's definitely in the problem section. In particular, since Freed0m is pretty low on anti-tank assets. Pretty low indeed. Tiger tank moving in, rolling in, thundering in. And a nice high explosive shell could really do it. Oh, it misses! That was quite tragic. Only getting 1 kill. That was not quite the debut I imagine Zeroshift had imagined for it in this fight. Volkskrone here getting forced back. Most of the infantry engagements, Freed0m do win, but trouble is he's not quite winning the armor engagements, and the Goliaths do a lot of damage when they do arrive. Volkskrone here getting pushed back, but again there's a Tiger, Tiger, and he still seems... Oh, he's once more trying to go for the anti-tank gun. Will he be getting out of there this time around? Artillery has also been prepared. Engineers setting up position there. Not sure why they pulled in there. Why they couldn't just have, you know, tried scorching the bunker. Pack trying to get out of there. Tank just needs to pull in then to provide support.
Forces are taking casualties.
Doubt this pack crew will make it out of there. This is looking pretty chaotic.
Grabbing territory from us.
Pack firing away. And the Tiger sorts that out as usual. And the mortar sets about firing away. And quickly retreats. Not really a strong position for Freed0m anymore. Looks like Zeroshift might be getting some grenadiers. No, the medics are getting shot down again. Just as he looks, he's about to get it. He's not. But the Tigers are arriving now, seeing artillery getting called in on this little thing here. But sadly, the tanks were able to unstick themselves. Sticky bombs on the Panzer IV. Rifle. Oh, he knocked out his own infantry with his artillery. Oh no. Oh no. Another off-map combat group. Lots of anti-tank guns, a machine gun and some riflemen. Could do something, I suppose.
Heavy armor reporting. I got a bad feeling about this, son.
And a half-track with the Wehrmacht and Freed0m has arrived, also known as the Stuka Fuss. That's definitely going to be an issue for Freed0m. And there we go. Oh, he got the sniper. You deserve that so much. Oh, do be nice, Zeroshift. Oh, do be nice. Anti-tank gun once more recruit. 30 caliber setting up. Rifle getting assaulted though by the Ritterkreuzträger. 30 caliber opening up. Tearing through these Ritterkreuz. Somewhat. Anti-tank gun once more gets sorted out. The pack is cursed, I would say. And the Knights, of course, managed to get out of there, though. Tiger arrives, knocking out the mortar crew. Anti-tank guns open up. Blasting away at the 100mm thick frontal armor. Non-sloped, though. And Zeroshift is making progress again. And veteran DC up for the tanks. That's great. Getting a light machine gun there on the Panzer IV. Might be an idea to actually spread out those anti-tank guns so they don't become an easy target for the half-track and its rockets of doom. Just saying. Again, the Volksgunners are quickly outgunned. And things are slowing down a bit. More barbed wire though, that's great. Never giving up on the barbed wire. And there we go, rockets not really managing much in this barrage. But again, in those cases, do try to spread out your troops, otherwise you might actually find yourself suffering heavy losses if you're not careful. Riflemen here are going to suffer a nasty surprise as the Panzer IV moves in. Opens. Oh my goodness! 5 man with 1 shot! That's pretty rare. You see a Panzer IV pull that off. That's usually something a Tiger or a King Tiger does. And I would not be talking about luck considering that sniper engagement much earlier in the game.
Krauts are grabbing territory from us.
But looks like Freed0m and the 5th Infantry Division are being pushed back.
Down to 100 points.
Was it the 4th? It was the 4th, I think. But none of this, taking heavy losses left and right. Machine gun bunker still standing. Grenade in the church while MP40 equipped Volksguns are doing to hold it. Oh dear, grenade does nothing. There's something special about grenades in buildings. They actually do damage, considering this building is still in essence still a building. So if the grenade lands in a part of the building where there are no troops, then it does no damage. I mean, it's quite as simple as that. Arriving here suffering slightly, although parts of the building has been opened up, thus allowing further gunners to add in the fire, except they're getting sniped. Another American snipers arrived. Tank destroyer up versus the Panzer IV, but the tank destroyer is, oh dear, going down, I fear. The Panzer IV has the edge in this fight. Tiger holding the center. Anti-tank guns pulling up. Oh dear, and the tank destroyer just went down to the Panzer IV. Looks like we also have a second supplied upgrade. That's great. Well, they're not really doing much now. And 2 anti-tank guns flying away. I don't think we're seeing armor-piercing rounds. I mean, always use armor-piercing rounds if you can. They do extra much damage. I mean, in fact, more damage than the King Tiger. But they also do have more penetration. So in that sense, it generally tends to pay off quite well, if possible, when dealing with King Tigers, Panthers, even Panzer IVs occasionally, to use armor-piercing rounds. It really makes your anti-tank guns that much more vicious.
Taking fire! They're trying to drive us back!
Volksgunners, oh, and we are seeing an assault, in fact, going out from the Volksgunners. Grenades getting lobbed from both sides, in fact, right on top of the Volksgunners as well. Not looking good for either side there. More rockets knocking out anti-tank gunners, machine gunners, and whatnot else gunner. Looks like the Volksgunners though lost this match, although barely. The riflemen themselves weren't exactly whistling zippity-doo-dah. Knights Cross managed to clear out 1 anti-tank gun, but the 30 caliber machine gun emplacement does manage to stop them before they get the other crew. Sniper joining in the fun as well, rifle moving in. And we are seeing the half-track rolling in. A bit of fun there. No, it's moving out. I'm hearing heavy machine gun fire right up here. Rifleman quickly getting stopped though. 2 men down as he tried to squeeze their way through the wire. We are seeing veterans free up for the Panzers, thus giving armored skirts and giving the Tiger actually a penetration bonus, a defense bonus. That is, it's actually much harder for even any round to sort of penetrate its armor. Though it doesn't actually reach King Tiger armor levels, still it's going to be pretty tough to penetrate. Looks like something went down, and looks like we are seeing Zeroshift pushing an assault again. Artillery getting called in on the MG bunker, but it has been repaired, so again going to be a bit difficult. And of course, remember, this building actually absorbs some of the fire, so I mean the bunker actually takes less damage. And there we go, anti-tank guns are pretty exposed. There's nothing to support them. Volksguns are hitting the flank with a BAR in support. Knights Cross hitting the flank as well.
Under heavy fire here! There's ground troops firing on us!
And we are seeing the Knights Cross doing a lot of damage. And there we go, Panzers moving in, anti-tank gun exposed. And looks like we are seeing one last charge from Freed0m. Anti-tank guns, riflemen. Panzer IV taking a lot of damage. And we are seeing blitzkrieg going up, increasing the rate of fire. Lots of men getting killed from both sides, increases the rate of fire of all units pretty much. Although tanks gain the largest benefit, it also makes all German infantry sprint. And he just lost 2 infantry squads right there. Panzer IV went down. Oh my goodness, the carnage.
After our point.
But yes, it does also affect infantry by allowing them to sprint, and also somewhat increases the rate of fire. Although it's not going to be anywhere near, for example, you know, inspired assault. Yes, sorry about that, just had to sort of remember. And there we go, another assault. Oh my goodness, right as the riflemen charge in, and the club stunning them all, allowing the Knights Cross to make short work of them. And they are veterans too as well by now, finally, by the way. Excuses, excuses.
Enemy unit.
Partly because he actually didn't always hold most of the map. In fact, the American commander held most of the map. He even held the center at one point. In fact, several points. What he failed to do was properly defend it. And that was his own bloody fault. So there you go. I mean, partly what lost Freed0m this game was, you know, well, not enough medic stations. He had one, then he lost it, then he didn't bother anything. He didn't prepare himself, he didn't lay down enough mines, barbed wire, sandbags, tank traps, anything that could have made it harder for Zeroshift to counterattack. That did not happen. That was a miss. I also think he should have been a bit more with, you know, with the anti-tank, but also, you know, more Shermans, more tank destroyers a bit earlier on, but also just generally better unit preservation. He lost a lot of riflemen for no apparent reason. And I think a mortar early on could also have helped a bit. I mean, things were also looking a bit grim for Zeroshift, but in the end, the mistakes of Freed0m sort of helped them at the same time. Oh, he didn't really get anything out of the medic bunker, though he was close. Though I suppose close doesn't really count in the end. But the Panzer commander rather helped him out, as he was rather ground down with his 2 full-scale Freed0m MG's sniper approach. Not really the one that's going to really help you take ground. Would perhaps have recommended some grenadiers or a half-track. In the end, though, he saw things through with the Panzer IVs and the Knights Cross, which rather caught Freed0m completely off guard. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.